There's this story of Nietzsche. Who? Freddy? Yes, the very same. He's coming down the mountain after spending the better part of autumn, winter, way up in the mountains in a cabin. A sage asks him on his way down, "Where are you going?" And Nietzsche responds, "I'm going down to man." The sage, pondering, speaks out the words, "Love of man." He then continues, "Man for me is too imperfect a being. Why not stay here, be a bear among the bears, a bird among the birds?" Now Freddy, he seems to have taken exception to the sage's comments and says, "Who speaks of love? I bring man a gift." And he points to this rather large manuscript in his hand. The bear population in the back country, hundreds of them, they must be stirring in their caves, getting ready to awaken from their seasonal slumber, 5 to 6 months long. Would it be unreasonable to wonder if they dream? And if they did, could they connect it in one continuous sequence? It'll be like climbing into the catacombs every season, picking up where you left off. And if we were able to somehow calculate the distance covered in dream life compared to the waking, certainly a good topic for imaginative explorations around a campfire. It's been reported that Socrates, while the hemlock was being prepared, he was seen learning to play a new musical instrument. And somebody had asked him, "What good is that going to do you?" And he supposedly had said, "Well, at least I'd have learnt this new song in the time that I have left." During his trial, he said a great many things in his defense. One of them was this declaration: "An examined life is the only one worth living." What can one say to that? What constitutes an examined life? And then there's this other story of these two middle-aged men, been friends from teenage years, know each other quite well. One of them is a doctor, a psychoanalyst, a great follower of Dr. Jung's work, Carl Gustav. And the other, he's a railroad specialist, a locomotive man. The two haven't met in a long time. Work and travel keeps them away. And so they meet on this occasion, one of them celebrating a birthday. And so there's cake, tea, conversations around books, movies, music, and some geopolitics, world hunger, the international debt. And of course there's talk of health, mental health, wellness. The good doctor opens his briefcase, takes out a bunch of placards. Quiz time, which generates more discussion on literature, philosophy, schools of thought. Great interest, pleasant conversations. Observations like Herman Melville's Colors of the Rainbow. It's the start of a chapter in his book, Billy Budd. The colors of the rainbow, the exact line of demarcation between them, analogous to the bridge between sanity and insanity. Saul Bellow, this Canadian-born American novelist, in an interview had remarked, "If you think you're holding on to sanity, you really don't know what you're holding on to." Finally, it's time for the good doctor to depart. The visit concludes. He leaves the railroad man with a pin-up, a poster, that can be placed on the wall with some of the other memorabilia, so as to catch his gaze every now and then, to help him formulate a method of course correction as needed, every now and then. And as for the sage who was recommending, be a bear among the bears, a bird among the birds, as if that is a viable option. Springtime is here, a time for love, a time for love stories to begin.